So it's now November, and October went by, and I didn't do a September haul, and November's here, so we're going to combine September and October into one video. Now, normally these videos are for members and Patreon members only, but I figured what the hell, this month I will give you a peek behind the curtain into what you can get if you join as a channel member or as a Patreon member. I gotta warn you, this is going to be quite a massive haul. I have quite a few VHS tapes, one CD, a pretty big stack of DVDs, some Blu-rays, and some 4Ks. Let's get right into this. First up, we're looking at a CD for the soundtrack for Scream 2. Now, I found this, and I think it was only $1 or $2 at the thrift store, so I picked it up, of course. Lately, I've been picking up a lot of 90s soundtracks on CD that I find. Even early 2000s. I found Spider-Man 2, Freddy vs. Jason. I think they're fun. Moving on to VHS, we have a 99-cent copy. I still haven't removed the sticker. I'm going to do that right now. Of License to Kill. Underrated James Bond movie, in my opinion. I think people have come around to these Timothy Dalton ones. Me personally, I certainly have. I go in waves of like watching some James Bond movies in a like a 6-month period. I'll watch a bunch of them, and then I won't watch any for like years. You know what I mean? So I'm not super nutty about it, but this is one I didn't yet have on tape, and it's a classic. T-Dalt can do no wrong. Next up on tape, we have Fire in the Sky, one of my favorite movies, a great UFO abduction movie. Of course, I didn't find this in the wild. I did have to go to eBay for this one, but I've been kind of debating it for a while, so I just finally pulled the trigger. Next up, we have what I will describe as a holy grail for me. This is a television series that was done by PBS, okay? And they did a sequel series, actually, in the 2010s. This original series has had a VHS release and a DVD release. I've been kind of wanting to hunt down both. Obviously, both are out of print. They've been on my eBay watch lists for probably about a year now. Sometime in August, I was in Half Price Books, and I went to the clearance section of VHS, and I found this. Cosmos, the complete series on VHS, with the book as well. This was $15 at Half Price Books. They go for $30 to $40 on eBay, which is why I hadn't yet got one, but for $15, I pulled that trigger immediately. Now, if you pull any given one of these tapes out, they are all very beautiful, and they're in great condition, too. Most of them feature 2 episodes, except for the last tape, I believe, which just features 1. And it obviously is housed in this nice box set. Like, I love it. I love it so much. I'm so happy to have this on tape. Next up, we'll switch to DVDs. I have here The Doom Generation. Now, this is actually a movie that I surprisingly have not seen yet. This is a movie directed by Greg Araki. You either kind of know him and know his films, or you don't, but this one stars James Duvall and Rose McGowan. There's a bunch of recognizable people in this super interesting sounding movie. I've just never checked it out, and I'm going to. Early in October, I picked up this 6-film collection of the Children of the Corn movies. Now, I have the first film on DVD already, and this one, conveniently, is Children of the Corn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, and 7. This is a 2011 Echo Bridge release. Although all 6 movies are stuffed onto 3 discs, it's like I might watch these movies once or twice. I've seen maybe a couple of these, but it's been so long I can't remember which ones I have and haven't seen. I love the first one, but next up we've got a glorious snap case. Now before I reveal the movie, listen to this snap. Oh, this is of course Dead Calm, starring Sam Neill, Nicole Kidman, and Billy Zane. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, Billy Zane being a dick on a boat, you shouldn't be any stranger to that, but watch it again. This is definitely sort of a thriller movie. It's not something you're going to have like a super fun time with, but I enjoyed it, and I finally picked it up and added it to the collection. Now, something weird about me is I witnessed the second plane going into the towers on 9/11. Now, I know that seems like I'm saying that out of nowhere, but I collect 9/11 movies. So there's most famously that documentary by the French brothers that's just called 9/11. I think CBS aired it originally, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been ABC or somebody else. I have that on VHS and a DVD copy. It's the best 9/11 documentary there is. Then I have, DVDs like World Trade Center and Flight 93. And today I'm adding to that 9/11 movie collection, Remember Me. the movie where Robert Pattinson is a victim of 9/11, and it also stars Pierce Brosnan. It'll be interesting to revisit this one next September. Now, I know this just came out on 4K, but I had never seen it, so I went ahead and bought the DVD of Creepshow 2. Now, I thoroughly enjoy the first Creepshow. I have watched this. I did watch it during the Halloween season. I liked it. I would definitely say Old Chief Woodenhead and The Hitchhiker were my favorite segments. But it's just surprising, if you didn't grow up in the 80s, Creepshow 2 is not one of those movies you would necessarily have seen. Next up, I actually did a full video on this, Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond. It is a sort of spin-off to the WNUF movies, and I highly recommend it if you're a fan of those. They only released it on DVD, and I'm pretty sure it's just a self-released version, but honestly, it's fantastic. Highly recommend it. Another movie I hadn't heard of, but when I found it in the store, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm buying that. That's right up my alley. My Boyfriend's Back. I expect me to do a review of this at some point because this movie rules. Teenager Johnny Dingle will do anything to keep his date with the hottest girl in school, even come back from the grave. This was produced by Sean S. Cunningham and even has music from Harry Manfredini. It stars Tracy Lind and Andrew Lowry. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with this one. Me and my girlfriend watched it and had a fantastic time. So I'll definitely have to do a full review of that one. Next up, we've got a beat-up-ass copy of Stephen King's The Mist. I bought this for $2 thrifting. I've never seen this movie, but I've heard mixed things. It's just one of those movies that kind of evaded me, However, Frank Darabont as director, obviously Stephen King's source material, sounds fascinating to me. Next up, we've got another really cool release, actually, a lenticular cover on DVD of 28 Weeks Later. Now, admittedly, this is my least favorite in the trilogy so far that we've seen. I guess we do have another one coming out in, what is that, January already? That's going to be fun. I just love lenticular covers, and finding this in the wild, I think I paid $5 for this. It was a no-brainer. I didn't have it in the collection. And I don't love it enough that I feel like I need it on Blu-ray. A little bit more modern, but we have The Belko Experiment, and this is funny because there's a counterpart to this movie that I also have on DVD down here. So I talked about this earlier this year in a video titled The Best Workplace Horror Movies. You should check that out if you're interested, but basically an office building, chaos ensues. What's cool though is it was written by James Gunn, and I think this is from 2015, 16, 17? And it was put out by Orion, which was awesome just to see the new Orion logo on a movie again. Next up for DVD, I found this at Walmart, a Joe Bob Briggs Shudder release. I had to pick it up. I did look up on Amazon, you can buy this on Blu-ray as well, but it was $12 for the DVD at Walmart, so I pulled the trigger. It has a really nice cardboard matte finish sleeve there. We open it up, it's the same artwork, but it does have 2 discs for both of the separate movies. I appreciate that. The movies being Suitable Flesh and Mayhem. Now, Mayhem is another office place horror movie, very similar to The Belko Experiment. If you like either of them, I'd highly recommend checking the other out. They pair well together. I actually haven't yet seen Suitable Flesh, but it's one I've been interested in, because I really like Heather Graham. And lastly, another one I have never seen. This one has escaped me for some reason. I've been hearing about it for probably 15 years now. I finally pulled the trigger on the DVD because it was $5.99. And I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a review, probably in the next couple months, so look out for that. That's all the DVDs. Let's switch over to Blu-rays. First up, I found this in the Walmart Halloween section. It didn't have its own Halloween slipcover, but Pearl was $15 on Blu-ray. I know they did just release a really cool set of these movies, I think on 4K. I have X on DVD. I really want to upgrade it to Blu-ray. I have Maxine on Blu-ray. I'm fine with having them on Blu-ray. I don't need 4K versions of these films, but they are great. So now I have all 3 at least. I did watch this during October too. It was a fun little Sunday afternoon. Next up, we've got the Leprechaun Blu-ray set. This is funny. I paid about $15 for this, I think. And I think it's missing the last Leprechaun movie they did. Yeah, this has the first 7 movies, and they've made 8 now, right? I didn't see the last 2, so to be honest, I'm not missing much. However, I did recently hear that they are doing a 4K scan for the original movie, so we'll see what happens and what comes of that. The next 3 here are sort of a package deal because the Chucky television series only lasted 3 seasons. They released them as they came out, but they were pretty expensive as they came out. This month, a $40 DVD set started appearing in Walmarts, and a $60 Blu-ray Steelbook set came out. Because of that, the Blu-rays on Amazon went on sale for about $10 to $12 each, so I got the entire series of Chucky with matching Blu-rays for $36. What's funny is I was part of one of those Facebook privacy lawsuits, and I got a $38 payout from them. Used it for Chucky. Now, I still haven't seen the 3rd season of this show, so I'm going to restart from the beginning and finish the whole thing. And lastly, we move on to the 4K Blu-rays. Starting with Criterion, I bought 3 4K Criterions in the last 2 months. I've reviewed all of these already, so you can check out my full detailed thoughts on them, but I do love this edition of Mulholland Drive. It's fantastic. I love everything about it. The only thing that sucks is some of these packaging it's more fragile, you know? These digipacks, they're not going to last as long, but they're just going to age. That's the thing. You got to keep really good care of these. So on top of that, I also got Lost Highway, which, again, great movie, man. And early in October, Criterion released Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me on 4K, which I had to get. I do Twin Peaks videos all the time. I love it. So this was a big one for me, and I'm stoked to have got it. It looks great as well. Next up here, we've got the 4K Steelbook for Rocky Horror Picture Show. Again, I did a video on this when I bought it this month, or last month, I guess, at this point. It is the 50th anniversary edition. Holy crap, you know what I mean? But I definitely think this was the definitive version of the movie, so I'm glad I bought it. We have got the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. All 7 films in 4K. I did a video on this. If you're watching this, you probably watched that video. It has like 22,000 views or something now. A lot of people watched it, and I'm thankful for that. I'm still debating if I'm going to separate these movies into 4K cases and do custom artwork for them. I've kind of been dabbling in doing that artwork, so we'll see if I end up doing that or not. But this is one of my favorites from the year. And the last 4K that I bought in either August or Have I been saying August this whole time? Holy shit. I meant September and October. I did an August video. Just September and October, that's what this stuff is. My God. Lay off the weed, man. Anyway, the last 4K Blu-ray that I bought in September or October was Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. And I am disappointed that there's no slipcover for this, but it was $13 fucking on Amazon, dude. I was stoked to get this. I've already watched it, and I did a video on it as well. This is my favorite Halloween movie in the franchise, you know? I'm not the only one with that opinion these days, so I feel secure, I feel safe. Wait, somebody at my door? But seriously, like all physical media people, I have a problem. So send me more money so I can buy more things to show you. And if you like this video, be sure to check out this one and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.